faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an endless ride. Cursed is the fool who's willing. Can't change the way we are. One kiss away from killing. Don't you say it. Don't you say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Like a river, like a river. Like a river, like a river. Like a river, like a river. Like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shiver.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. On third down, it's Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down, as on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And now back onto the field, here comes the Cowboys defense. And it's the first quarter, but they gave up the score last time. How important is it here not to fall 2 scores behind?
Extremely important, because not only are you trying to avoid being in a big deficit to start this game off, you also want to get...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. And they talked about how offensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Luke Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns. 1
play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here we go.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator in the head.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And out now come the Cowboys. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On second down, Elliott. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Prescott down. And this is caught by Winton, the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A great return there of 22 yards. And out now come the Seahawks. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They go play action here. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Now Jones. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Finding time. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And now it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Returnable. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 76 yards. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Taken in at the 22. And he's got room. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here come the Cowboys. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll come out in the pistol. To the air again, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Prescott, and that'll be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. One man in the backfield, Elliott.
Here we go. 190.
And they'll give it to him here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Now back to throw. They set up the screen to Rawls. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
I heard a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cowboys have been worked over in the first half and trail big right now. The Seahawks have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Seahawks opening up on offense. Baldwin's going to make the catch deep downfield, and this will go for a touch. That puts them up by a touchdown. Now 1st and 10. Here a throw deep down the field is caught, and he'll be tackled at their own 9-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Wilson's by himself here. This play goes for a score. The lead now at 14. First and 10. Here the pass goes into the end zone, and that goes as a 47-yard touchdown. Seahawks go up by 21. We go to the second. Quick pass and catch by Graham, and it's caught for the score as the lead continues to mount. Jones is back to punt it away. Lockett's going to try for the return, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone. Seahawks continue to dominate. Seahawks have the football midway through the second. Under pressure here, the ball is picked off. Smith is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Now 1st and 10. Screen pass will work for a completion here, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Seahawks continue to dominate. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back out to Dallas as we hand things over to Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Pulled in at the 24. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And left side here, it's Graham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it's 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Now Jones. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. This is Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Out now comes the... Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And take it right on the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Touchdown. Devin Hester, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And he'll bang that one through. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. Fielded at the 33. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9. And with this guy, I don't know that you're surprised when he has back-to-back games like this. He just keeps excelling.
What I like about him is that every year, he doesn't settle for being one of the best in the game. He tries to make himself better. Almost like those great basketball players. I remember hearing about Kobe Bryant wanting to add something to his game every offseason. Magic Johnson, what do I need to work on to get better? Michael Jordan had that fadeaway before his career was over. Those are the best. Even though they're at the top of their game, they find ways to get better.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Malcolm Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And his kick is good. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Prescott on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Let's go. Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
To the air again, Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this one goes incomplete. A first misfire there after 6 straight completions, and it leads to 4th down. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Complete here to Lawler. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. He was trying to get it there to Kenny Lawler. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Hey. We got three. 3 down. Come on, let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
There we go, T. That's right.
And this looks to probably be the final play. So Charles...